first on Guam. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adahi Itano program. Apply at matson.com. Cars Plus, Guam's automotive leader in sustainability and electric vehicles. Learn more at carsplusguam.com. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime, less than 15 Democrats and less than 15 Republicans filed to run in hopes to serve in the 38th Guam legislature. Could the senatorial race be pushed to the November general?
The U.S. military is ramping up its projects on Tinian. I'm Tomas Manglonia with the full story as some residents express concerns about the impact to the housing and rental market.
Plus, our village mayor is wearing these virtual reality headsets during a general meeting recently. Find out what that's about coming up.
Hafa day and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz. Thank you so much for starting your week here with us.
Well, we begin tonight with a notice out of the Department of Public Health.
The local health agency confirming 2 new cases of multi-drug resistant tuberculosis in Guam. Officials adding they are currently treating a relapsed case. As a precaution, the patients have agreed to remain in isolation. The initial case is said to be linked to a 2021 outbreak in the U.S. Officials say this case was a TB contact in the mainland outbreak who moved back to Guam and started developing TB symptoms recently. The patient did not respond to 4 of the first-line TB treatments.
A follow-up investigation found 1 secondary case, health officials confirming local exposure. Epidemiologic investigations to determine possible close contacts is underway. Public health adding household and social contacts are being evaluated for TB disease and latent TB infection. They are working with the CDC for on-site technical assistance to augment their local response. Officials adding TB is spread through the air by coughing, laughing, singing, and sneezing. The only way to contract the disease is by frequent or close contact with someone with an active disease.
Well, will all 75 candidates who filed by the May 1st deadline be on the primary election ballot? The question and discussion circulating into the weekend.
No doubt. It's even one that the Guam Election Commission is expected to address this week, as they've estimated the cost will run upwards of $400,000. 88 days until the August 3rd primary election, 11 Democrats and 14 Republicans filing in hopes to be in the 38th Guam legislature. The Guam Election Commission estimating the primary to include early voting to cost some $400,000. But would it save money to advance the senatorial candidates to the November general?
Then it would have to be that we push both sides to the general, because neither side made the 15 have 15 candidates.
GEC Executive Director Maria Pangilinan says the answer to who will be on the ballot will be up to the commission.
If what appears on the ballot is only those that are contested or who have competition, we'd have to look at it and look at the cost again. As you may know, right now our challenge is finding a venue for early voting. So we're in the process of issuing now a request for quotation for just the primary for early voting.
Meantime, Democratic Party of Guam chairperson Tony Babauta tells KUAM, "We believe that what Democrats fight for in the legislature, the Congress, and in our villages is what our community wants: a strong economy, an efficient government, improving facilities, continuing opportunities for entrepreneurs, and freedom of choice. We have quality candidates who more accurately represent the people of Guam, and we encourage the electorate to learn about every Democrat working to earn your vote." Babauta adding, "We will rely on GEC to review their current authorities and convey whether or not they have the ability to cancel a primary. We're reviewing the code as well."
So we're really excited, despite the fact that we have 14 candidates. But these are 14 very quality candidates who are committed to bring common sense pieces of legislation forward in terms of our senators to win that majority that we believe is absolutely critical.
Republican Party of Guam chairperson Sean Gumatauta, who is in the senatorial race, echoes that they will let the GEC decide the ballot.
Whether or not that decision to move forward or not, it really sits with the Election Commission. They are, as I am aware, they are looking into whether or not they can or cannot, either stop a primary or not. That's their role in these elections.
The GEC is scheduled to meet on Thursday.
Police are now in day 4 of the search for a shooter that sent a teenage girl to the hospital. The 14-year-old girl survived after being shot in the parking lot of Shop for Less in Mighty around 2:30 Friday morning. Authorities say she is stable.
The reason she was out there so late remains a mystery. Detectives asking the public for help in tracking down a tan-colored pickup truck and white-colored sedan. Both cars believed to be involved in the shooting. Anyone with information asked to call GPD's dispatch at 671-475-8615. The woman indicted in connection to a deadly armed robbery in Tamuning has been released from the Department of Corrections prison. Defendant Jenna Manabusan was released to a third-party custodian today and placed on electronic monitoring. Superior Court Magistrate get out of prison Friday.
She was ordered to have no contact with co-defendant Domingo Mendiola. As KUAM reported, both were indicted in connection to the Valentine's Day killing of 53-year-old Sumitra Lairopi outside of Thai Thai restaurant in Tamuning. The pair have since pleaded not guilty to the charges.
After 40 years of service, Admiral John Aquilino retired from the U.S. Navy.
Admiral Samuel Paparo assumed command of the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command from Aquilino in a ceremony at Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. Aquilino, who assumed command in 2021, thanked Guam Governor Lulian Guerrero and CNMI Governor Arnold Palacios, who were in the audience for their
Governors from the territories, Governor Guerrero from Guam. It's good to see you, my friend. You are a patriot, and I am indebted to you for my entire life. Thank you for your service. The Governor Palacios and his wife Wella from the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. Thank you, sir, for being here today.
Aquilino led more than 380,000 service members across 38 nations. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin commented on the critical post that Admiral Paparo
together with our unmatched network of allies and partners, you're advancing our shared vision of a free and open Indo-Pacific.
Paparo previously commanded the U.S. Pacific Fleet and is a U.S. Naval aviator and Top Gun graduate.
We will be ready to fight any adversary that threatens the peace, security, stability, and well-being of the nation and of our allies and partners.
Leaders from Palau, FSM, and the Marshall Islands also attended the ceremony.
Well, the U.S. military is building a divert airfield on Tinian. That's in addition to reviving a historic Pacific airfield and improving the island's harbor. Regional
correspondent Tomas Manglotno reports on the impact to the rental and housing market on Tinian.
The U.S. military is having a major buildup on Tinian. Earlier this month, the Secretary of the Air Force, Frank Kendall, visited the Marianas to see how the DoD's hundreds of millions of dollars are being spent. We spoke to Tinian Chamber of Commerce President Philip Mendiola Long on his recent visit to Saipan about the developments.
There's some concerns with roads, there's concerns with traffic, and the number one concern that Guam is facing as well as Tinian is facing now is housing. There's a steep inflation curve on Tinian right now that people are facing with, where you've seen rental prices triple or quadruple. And that's just because there's no supply for the demand, and the demand has a pace to continue to grow.
On Tinian alone, a divert airfield will be completed by October 2026. The Air Force just awarded a $400 million contract to revitalize a crucial World War II-era airfield, and there are plans to repair and improve the harbor.
You know, there's quite a few of job fairs that not only the DoD had actually sponsored, but contractors, even like legacy businesses that have recently set foot on Tinian the last few years.
Senator Jude Hofschneider from Tinian shared what he's heard from agencies and contractors on the job.
It costs about $250,000 on Tinian right now to build a 2-bedroom house. That is something that is far-fetched in the last 5 years.
The senator shared that there's another critical piece.
Infrastructure-wise, we need to make sure that we address the critical infrastructure, aspect of it.
Tomas Manglona, KUAM News, Saipan.
Time for your news bumps, stories now on KUAM.com.
Keep it here. You're watching KUAM, your leader in local news.
This racetrack has made it possible to make Guam, as mentioned, a center of the world. Racers from the States, racers from Australia, New Zealand, Japan, and so on brings everything together, brings us all together in this part of the world. And that is wonderful in itself.
At Not Howie says Taco Bell only really hits after midnight, which is why I'm going to use the Cantina chicken menu to help him see the Taco Bell light. It hits. Hi. Are you at Not Howie? Food hits, right? The Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco isn't just for late night. The Cantina Chicken Quesadilla isn't just for late night because it has a perfect slow-roasted chicken to melted cheese ratio. That's chicken on the inside, cheese everywhere else. Introducing the new Cantina Chicken Quesadilla only at Taco Bell.
Welcome back to Primetime. It was an unusual sight during a Mayor's Council of Guam meeting recently. Officials with the Pacific Historic Parks bringing virtual reality headsets for the village mayors to try.
So cool. And as Mitsuki Hirayama reports, it's all in relation for a unique 80th Liberation experience.
It's not a sight you see every day. Mayors trying on virtual reality headsets during a recent Mayor's Council of Guam monthly meeting. What exactly are they seeing and hearing? KUAM takes a look for ourselves.
Bombing downtown Hagåtña, where half of the island's population live.
It's an immersive 15-minute snapshot of World War II through the Chamorro perspective. There are 5 chapters to include a prologue on how the war came to Guam, a narrated storyline drawing on oral histories, and an epilogue on the island's liberation. Now with unanimous approval from the village mayors,
I think it's a great idea.
The public can experience it for themselves in the days leading up to the 80th Liberation.
So for them to understand why we have a carnival and why we have a parade on July 21st, and this VR encompasses all of that.
Development and Program Manager Nicole Calvo with the Pacific Historic Park says the nonprofit organization has been working on the launch the past 3 years, possible through the Education Stabilization Fund.
So we knew that it would be something different, but something that the students can relate to. So it's not a history that's just coming out of the textbooks or it's a lecture. It's a 360-degree experience, and we know, I'm very certain, that no one on the island has done this. This is the first of its kind.
Through the familiar medium, about 3,800 high school students are already getting the chance to immerse themselves in an important time of the island's history. The goal is to reach 5,000 individuals and not just the youth, as program coordinator Michaela Bloss puts it.
I'm excited for the Manunku to come out and see it, to be able to watch it and react to it. We have been going out into the high schools, so I have already gotten, an idea of how the youth have been able to react to it. So now I'm excited to bring it out to the public.
The VR experience is set to be launched at the Guam Museum from July 16th to July 19th as part of the 80th Liberation festivities. Mitsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
Man, I wish I could have been at Sanchez today when school started, because As our proud alumni, Jason always reminds us, Sharks stick together and celebrate their own.
That's right. And if you saw the live stream Friday night, you knew the school now has a Teacher of the Year. Jason talked to Yuki Shin about an amazing journey that's been about music and love.
The past few days have been quite the whirlwind for Yuki Shin. The Sanchez choir instructor has seen a surge of supportive messages after her victory, being crowned GDOE Teacher of the Year.
There's been a lot of course, people just congratulating me, texts and calls and, messages from Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. And so I'm so thankful that they're so happy for me and for our whole school community.
And the themes she emphatically repeated in her moving acceptance speech, as she does in her classroom, are empathy, faith, and love.
I think a lot of times, because it's a choir, it's a teamwork, team effort, and especially my honor choir, we spend a lot of time together just to rehearse and prepare for concerts and, music festivals and things like that. And sometimes kids get frustrated with each other. And that's when I have to, sometimes remind them, remember, we're family. We're doing this with love.
She's now also forever part of a very special class, being one of the 6 extra special teachers that were finalists. Their bond will last far beyond this school year.
We were so much alike, like the things that we go through as teachers, the thoughts that we have about our students, about our teachings, that we really were able to connect. The greatest part of this journey is that I got to know each other. I mean, we got to know each other. I got to know you guys, and we're able to continue this for the rest of our career, the rest of our lives as teacher friends.
And while she teaches music, she's also a bit of a foodie and enjoyed her first meal as our most outstanding public school educator in a distinctly island way.
It was the finger food that they provided in the back. So it was, Kelaguen. Shrimp Kelaguen was marvelous. I was like, this is so good. I think I had 5 of those. Constantly with that chip I don't know what it was.
That is a winner's prerogative, as you should.
Congratulations again. So awesome.
Congrats.
Well, Protector's Anthem is a new song and music video released by Nihi Indigenous Music in collaboration with Protect Guam Water and features local artists Microchild and Jonah Hanum.
I enjoy it.
Ooh, me too. Look at that, beautiful. Well, according to a release, the music video is directed by Nihi's Cara Flores, who describes the visuals of the music video as a tribute to protectors, to the story and voice of the land, and to the beauty of our island and peoples.
The music video also featuring women from Protect Guam Water, a group of indigenous youth who are advocating for the protection of our sole source aquifer from contamination by a massive firing range complex that has been built on top of it. You can watch the television premiere of Protector's Anthem on Thursday as it kicks off the May episode of Local Music Mashup immediately following primetime news. You can also listen to the song on all streaming platforms. Now for a look at your world at home.
Flame trees are blossoming across the Marianas. Here's a view captured at the American Memorial Park in Saipan.
Welcome to Kmart, your 24-hour superstore since 1995. Always there for you, day or night. At Kmart, we're committed to offering you an extensive selection of products at prices you won't find anywhere else. From the essential to the exceptional, our aisles are alive with possibility. Bloom with confidence, style, and savings this spring. Discover stylish clothing that fits your budget without compromising on quality. From trendy pieces to timeless classics, find the perfect look for every member of your family without spending a fortune. Then pamper yourself with our selection of essentials from nourishing shampoos to rejuvenating beauty products and soaps. And let imagination soar with our selection of toys and games for kids of all ages. At Kmart, experience the thrill of discovery as you explore our aisles, filled with a variety of quality products that cater to your every need. From groceries to home goods to outdoor essentials, we are the ultimate one-stop shop. Dive into an unparalleled shopping experience where quality, variety, and savings await at every turn. Shop smart, save big at Kmart, your 24-hour superstore.
Only Pizza Hut lets you surround your favorite pizza with greatness. The one and only stuffed crust pizza tempts your taste buds with melted cheese stuffed inside that amazing crust. And at just $18.99 with one topping, the stuffed crust pizza is truly irresistible. So grab your slice of pizza perfection with cheesy goodness baked right into the crust. The stuffed crust pizza, just $18.99 with one topping. Only at Pizza Hut, the island's best.
Let your people know. When it comes to the pickle to chicken ratio, some people, they playing in your face, but not the McCrispy. Let your people know. When it comes to the pickle to chicken ratio, some people, they playing in your face, but not the McCrispy.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa, you can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
Hafaday, my name is Laika Alves, a senior from John F. Kennedy High School.
I'm Lizette Santos, and I'm also a senior from Tizan High School. And we are the hosts for this month's Sparky Report.
In this segment, we will be interviewing high school students from various schools.
And this is it!
I'm gonna attend college.
This is so unexpected of me, but I do plan to enlist in the military, specifically in the Navy.
I plan to go to California for my brother's graduation, and I also plan to visit the Philippines for vacation. And in the fall, I will be attending Stanford University, and I hopefully become a certified nursing assistant as my part-time job.
I plan to do a CNA program after high school.
And I'll be going to Washington, D.C. with my ACB team. Later on, I'll be attending Columbia University and hopefully pursue a career in anesthesiology.
I'll be visiting my sister in Vegas, and then I will be attending Boston College next fall.
I want to thank my family.
My family.
My family.
My family.
Family and friends.
I want to thank myself.
And most importantly, I want to thank God.
Thank you so much to Ms. Avis, our counselor.
Shout out to you, Ms. Avis.
Shout out to Mrs. Shayna Lopez. You have no idea how much you've helped me throughout high school.
My coaches, my teachers, and the admin in our school. Please rebuild Sanchez.
Where'd all the time go? Starting to fly.
Get a job.
Give yourself breaks.
I want you guys to be academically active. If you aren't active now, what more in the future?
Focus on one goal because it's really hard to get lost in the process.
We all have different starting points, so never compare yourself to another person, whether it be stats or like academics. Go easy on yourself because senior burnout is real.
Take risks, try new things, don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone.
Friends make high school so much more worth it, and it's more than just an academic journey.
I just graduated high school. Hey, home.
Nothing.
Because what happened was meant to happen, and then I always take it as a lesson.
Stop being absent and tardy.
The COVID situation, because online school was not it.
The fact that I took 4 APs in my last year in high school.
To join more sports.
The amount of friends that I've made from volleyball and basketball, I can't imagine how many more friends I could have made if I joined like track or cross country or soccer.
Try Mighty Purple early on because I just tried it a few days ago and I just found out that it's actually really good.
My goals keep me going.
Being organized.
I just think about the hard work that I've put in for the past 4 years, so I tell myself to just finish off strong.
Knowing that my successes are not mine solely, it's the people that help me throughout my life. So I try to succeed because I want them to be appreciative for all the things that they do for me.
Just being around my family, most especially my grandfather. He's a former senator, so his intellectual speaking and the way we have conversations, I love having conversations with him. I just learned so much more and we really open each other's minds up, I guess. He doesn't know this, but I study because I want to become as smart as him, or even smarter as him, so watch out. Any team bondings after games for sports?
Winning Songfest with my classmates because we put in so much work with the dancing, the acting, and the singing. And I think I was able to teach my classmates some of the harmonies, and seeing it all together was really beautiful.
Our trip to Korea, it was really fun. Just made me learn more things about my classmates, which I didn't know.
FD barbecue days, it's where all classes get together and hang out, prepare meals, and class of 2024 always have the best food.
But we'll be back before you know.
I'm Maya Canino.
I'm Mary Cruz.
This is Mary Kalea Kaloma.
I'm Bernard Maliksi.
I'm Fidelson Nicholas.
My name is Jada Anna Vibar.
I'm Evelyn Sampson, signing out.
Signing off.
And this is me signing out.
And we're signing off.
And we're signing out. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for our next project.
Peace out.
Heading to Mongmong Totomaiti is always a fun time, and we want you to book time to head to MTM on your calendar because happening on May 11th, the Department of Agriculture's Division of Animal Health is holding a responsible pet ownership event. Now, this is dogs only. Now, if you want to learn how to take care of these wonderful canines, make sure to go over there. You can purchase a pet license and get your dogs microchipped. Cash only, please. If you are planning your summer project use, summer program is in full swing and they have got activities for you. So if you are a young person, ages 14 to 17, it starts on the 28th and goes through June 21st at the GCA Trades Academy. You can get service learning hours too. Super, super awesome. And the CNMI Women's Association and Women's Nursing Affairs are proudly presenting an event called Nurturing the Whole Woman, Mind, Body, and Spirit. It's a women's summit on the 17th, starting at 8 in the morning. That is what's happening on Guam for News Bites.
Now to your birthday shoutouts,
which you can submit onto the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club on KUAM.com.
Happy birthday on this Monday, the 6th of May, to Misty Santos. Misty, Mommy and Daddy are so blessed to have you, and they both say we love you so much. We hope you have a fantastic Monday birthday, Misty. And Supreme K. Guzman, happiest birthday to Kalisa Kaylene Guzman of H-Town, Houston in Texas. Mommy and the family and T all wish you their very best.
And that's your primetime show. Thanks for watching. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz. Have a safe evening and stay beautiful.
You know it's love cause you fight so hard. Then when you finally get what you were fighting for, you don't want it no more. You know it's love cause you bite.
Marijuana is the dried leaves, flowers, stems, and seeds from the cannabis sativa or cannabis indica plant. The National Institute on Drug Abuse defining the plant contains the mind-altering chemical THC and other similar compounds. Authorities report marijuana is one of the most used drugs nationwide, and its use only growing. Statistics showing in 2021, 35.4% of young adults 18 to 25 used marijuana the year prior. That's a recorded 11.8 million people. Its use, however, is similar to that of alcohol, and in our region, you must be 21 to partake.
Hafa Day, I'm Mitsuki Hirayama. Welcome to a new KUAM special, Marijuana Marianas. The past decade, government and health officials have been cultivating the use of marijuana. September 2018, the CNMI was the first to legalize it for recreational use in our Paradise region. 7 months later, in April 2019, Guam's governor signed off on legislation allowing the same to roll out here in the territory. Marijuana is still regulated with limitations for users and growers. The endgame hopes to mirror what states do, grow their economy with this popular plant, but doing so responsibly. Tonight, we speak with some in the cannabis community about our region's journey, some would call a slow burner.
I'm pretty sure my best friend.
You were telling me earlier that not only cannabis, but plants in general need 3 important things.
Yeah, of course. You know, light food, and proper temperature and humidity, and they'll grow.
Alright. And you wanted to show us where you actually cultivate.
Yeah, I'd love to show you some of the plants that I have growing in here. Show you some of the plants over here. A lot of people use cannabis to medicate. I'm a veteran, with medically diagnosed PTSD. So I use cannabis to medicate for a lot of my symptoms, to include depression, anxiety, chronic back pain, and a few other issues that come along with PTSD. And I tried to be a little bit anonymous when I first started, kind of just, not really put my face out there. But as I continue to advocate for cannabis, I realized that I need to be out there and in front of the community to help remove the stigma that comes along with cannabis. Definitely a negative stigma to cannabis use. And I think it's just from a long time of misinformation being put out there. And now a lot of us are trying to advocate by helping normalize it and showing that just because we use cannabis, we can't be productive members of society, which a lot of us are. Business owners, professionals in the community using cannabis to make.
And tell me about your process of cultivating marijuana. We have one literally right here behind us.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about it.
Okay, so I still consider myself a beginner. I have grown several runs, as we call them, of a couple plants from start to finish. My process that I use, and there are different processes, is I usually start from seed. The other process that people use is cloning. So when I say start from seed, is I take the seed and I germinate it, and then I do that in a couple different steps, and then I put it into the soil and I let it grow from there.
Your love it is enough. Your love it is enough for me. Wise up, oh. Your love it is enough. Your love it is enough.
Our little setup here is just to help us, feed our plants properly. One of the things we have here in our setup that we're trying out is oxygenating our water. So, well, we're doing two things here. We're letting the water sit so we can get rid of the chlorine in the water. So that way it doesn't kill the microbacteria that's still needed for the plants to grow. And also by oxygenating the water, just puts more oxygen into the water, which plants love.
And why is it so important that you help out these people in the community, whether for medical or personal use, to be giving out free cannabis?
So the reason why we try to give out free cannabis is because unfortunately the illicit market is very expensive. And we also see in the States that because of taxes, because of taxes are so high, the illicit market grows because these people are going out to get cannabis and cannabis products. It's not safe when you're not getting it from a reputable source, and we see this a lot in the news stateside. So what we try to do is give out a product, build a brand that the community can trust, and give them a product that we know is safe and that we grew ourselves and kept clean so for them to consume.
Right, and I feel like all of this stems from us as an island not having, I know that cannabis was legalized several years ago now, but even so up to today, we don't have lab testing and we don't have a lab. So what are your thoughts on that?
Right, so I do feel that it is good to have a lab to test these products that are going to be consumed by the public. We have labs to test, of course, all these other products that we consume, right? They get tested. However, I do believe that it is also it's a crop that, there are rules to how to grow it. And I think even without a lab, we can continue to grow, to move forward, to grow the cannabis industry.
It's differentiated into different sectors: cultivating, manufacturing, testing, and retail. So one cannot do all of that in their business and have one license, or buy multiple licenses in order to do that legally. Many of the people who have maintained their licenses in 2019 have suffered because of the delayment of the regulations.
So it's very hard for local cannabis consumers to get it because of where we're at. There are people that need medicine, mononco, that use it.
Medicinal versus recreational have lit up the discussion over the years. Next up, we review our journey in Guam to get this industry rolling. This is a KUAM special, Marijuana Marianas.
Guam is truly a majestic place with its sheer natural beauty, wealth of beaches, and culturally rich landscape. Unfortunately, Guam has a real problem with unwanted invasive species. Help us in preventing their introduction and spread. The coconut rhinoceros beetle, the little fire ant. the African snail, Siam weed. These are just a few of the numerous invasives on Guam. Follow proper custom procedures when bringing plants and animals into Guam.
Help protect Guam. Tell your family and friends about invasive species.
To report invasive species, call 475-PEST.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
The Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco isn't just a late-night taco. It's a seasoned and slow-roasted chicken taco that pairs nicely with the new avocado verde salsa at any time. Introducing the new Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco, only at Taco Bell. The Cantina Chicken Burrito isn't just for late night, because it keeps it light with slow-roasted shredded chicken and finely shredded purple cabbage in a freshly grilled tortilla that's not shredded. Introducing the new Cantina Chicken Burrito, only at Taco Bell.
Patients still have no access.
Like I said, this whole bill's gone way outside the ballpark of what Department of Health was mandated. The law says 4 areas they were to come up with things for. They could have done this a long time ago.
I believe there's nothing wrong with the marijuana. It's just that people have different reaction to it.
In fact, it makes me perform better. And I shouldn't have to feel like a criminal going and buying a roll of papers or, trying to, grow a little plant. I don't bother anybody, and it should be my choice.
The hard drugs are here, and they're getting worse. If I had anything to do, I would pour all the money into beefing up the police department and to go after the problem, because it's out of hand. We're losing our island, and I'd like to see us take our island back.
And there was a testimony by one person there also intervening who said, kids are already taking drugs now. They're selling it. So what's the big deal? Let's pass this law. So what, we're going to worsen the situation?
Leon Guerrero made the highly anticipated announcement.
I have decided to sign the Bill 32 into law.
Sponsor Senator Rigel offered his thanks.
I know it's a difficult decision to make, and I know there was a lot of discussion in the community about it. But ultimately, I think this is the best decision for the island.
The biggest thing that swayed me is how, as a governor, leader in this community, should I decide to make sure that I am comfortable and confident that we are protecting the community and we're providing a safer environment.
I love to bake. I love to incorporate infusions like canna butter, THC, infused coconut organic oil, and it's just a bunch of stuff that I love to do for the people of Guam who need it, because it's medicinal.
I train every day. I don't take any performance enhancing supplements, but some days I'm really too sore or I can't make it back to the gym. But sometimes I smoke to go to sleep, and sometimes I smoke to even go to training because my body's so sore.
So we're definitely getting closer to being able to license, give an actual or issue an actual business license for a cannabis business.
Social media pages have blazed a trail of its own to stay connected with others in the cannabis community. It's gaining traction while placing itself within a fine line to stay legal. Up next on your KUAM special Marijuana Marianas, others in this very community speak out in hopes to change the stigma still felt by many. We'll be right back.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years. And you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Local law enforcement have caught on with the legalization of cannabis here, but it still doesn't mean you can light up wherever you want to. Welcome back to your KUAM News Special, Marijuana Marianas. The cannabis community chimes in, hoping officials grind out the issues that's led to constant delays.
I grew up around it, since as far as I can remember, little boy.
And when did you start recreationally using marijuana?
Young. Young. Yeah, let's just say that.
Can I get a one time for the one time? 2 times for the good vibes. 3 times for the sunlight coming through the window. It's about to be a good ride. Ay, 4 times for the red rice. 5 times I'm in paradise. Yeah, 6 times for the island I'm from. Shout out to the 671. I pull up, running with a team. You know how it be. Stories on my.
And what was it like when it first got when it finally got legalized in Guam?
I didn't care. It wasn't like it wasn't anything big. It was around everywhere. It was, like I said, it was the lifestyle. It's the island lifestyle.
And that's what your Songi Sessions is promoting?
Yes. Show the world like what we do here. The raw images, like what Guam really looks like. Yeah.
And do you also cultivate or grow your own marijuana?
Small kind, yeah.
How is that? Is that tough in our environment or like
No, it's weather? Perfect. Yeah. I mean, some may say like our weather is not so good, but if you give it the right conditions, then it can grow perfect. We teach people how to grow, clone, basically how to take care of the plant. It's just like planting any other vegetable or fruit. Yeah, put the seed in the dirt and just let it grow. Give it some roots here and there. Yeah.
And I also wanted to ask if you can share like the best time to grow marijuana. Is there a specific like time or?
Before summer and after summer.
And why is that?
It's just you got a little bit of the drought. There's not so much rain during those times. Yeah. For me, for everybody is different, but for me it works better for me. It works best for me.
Meditation, Kali herb is the healing of the nation. Healing of the nation. Kali herb, yes it calm me nerves. Call me. Kali herb is the healing of the nation. Healing of the nation. It brings peace and upness. Let I release.
Cannabis is something that can thrive very much so, but with all plants, sourcing your seeds are very important, especially for the types of stocks you would like to grow.
Your heart's getting tired and you're losing your grip from sitting close to my fire, and it burns a little bit. And if you feel like getting higher, baby, I'll be your lift. If you be what inspires.
But for the overall environment, sun and atmosphere, cannabis can thrive in farms and actually have been proven to help as a co-crop. For example, in New Zealand, they used it as a aiding crop for their grape vineyards, and there have been tests that they ran, and it showed that it gave better quality to the grapes, and it helped the plant itself grow into more abundance compared to when it wasn't to compare to when cannabis was not present within its growing area.
From the very first time I laid my eyes on you, got me like, should I spit some game? Should I make my move? This type of attraction got me feeling like dancing. So groove with me, girl. I'll groove with you. And we can dance.
There have been cannabis or hemp-derived businesses that have emerged, such as the Relief Shop and Gateway, and also some retail shops hold CBD and hemp-derived products. Yes, but no types of THC cannabis products which provide a euphoric effect.
Music sure sounds good to me. I can't refuse it, so what does it got to be?
What are your thoughts on our current status right now?
Personally, I feel that our leaders are just unsure of which direction to focus on and how we could use our funds to the most efficient advantage. So we're very unique in our position. We're an island, we're a U.S. territory. We have very small resources, and we can't just simply get imports because they're very expensive. So we need to work with what we have.
Guam was not the first in the region to make cannabis legal for recreational use. Saipan, Tinian, and Rhoda rolled it out months prior. More on that when your KUAM special returns. You're watching Marijuana Marianas.
This racetrack has made it possible to make Guam, as mentioned, a center of the world. Racers from the States, racers from Australia, New Zealand, Japan, and so on brings everything together, brings us all together in this part of the world. And that is wonderful in itself.
Welcome back. You're watching a KUAM special, Marijuana Marianas. Now we turn to our neighbors up north and the state of the industry in the Northern Mariana Islands. Our regional correspondent Tomas Manconia unraveling it all.
We do everything from production to retail, and just recently we also have our processing license. So production is planting it in simple term, and retail is selling it, and then processing is taking some of the byproduct of our cannabis and making it into concentrates and next level, which is what we're striving for, is edibles and whatnot. There are some restrictions to that, but we're getting there. Yeah.
Never let it come and get me down. You'll never ever reach my spoken sounds. Yeah, you don't hear what I speak. Listen down to my feet, taking words and reciprocate. Call it off when you need. Take your time to release.
So can you just tell us a little bit about how the community has been reacting? Have they been, coming in?
Yes, absolutely. I think that the reaction of the public has been very supportive. We found that we have a lot of manamcos that come. They really do get a lot of help with, the chronic pains and the ailments that you have. It has its medicinal value, which is really important. And that's how my husband and I got to starting with, you know, thinking, yes, we would like to have marijuana legalized and start the business. Was he had surgery, and they had given him opioids, and they're just too strong. And the irony of it was he tried to get medication of dronabinol, which is a marijuana in pill form. You know, we thought, well, it should be recreational if we're going to open up a dispensary, and take away the stigma, because a lot of people, you know, really do look a little bit differently at you if, you know, they say, oh, you use that, you know, it's like, oh, well, there's a lot of judgmental, you know, attitude towards it.
When I am missing you, kissing you, here with you. How I love you so. I'm in love by the
We get customers that ask, why is it that price? The price tag said this. Well, you know, we have taxes, so, you know, and that's an important part, because the component of trying to make it not available in the black market so that it's at an affordable price for people, then it becomes, you know, it becomes a commodity that becomes supported by the community.
Is the black market still an issue? Do you see that, you know, unauthorized sales or growth?
I think there is, but I also think that well, I know from what people tell me is that, you know we're giving the black market a hard time, because the prices that we have, because of the volume that we produce, makes us the ability to put our product out at a really low price, affordable price.
I feel like I don't wanna do anything, 'cause I can't rid myself of all the pressure. And every day life seems to get the best of me. I just gotta keep going.
We clone, and we try to make sure that we have about, 78 clones per strain whenever we're trying to clone them, so that we have a good batch that we harvest. When harvest is really good, sometimes the weight of the weed the cannabis is much higher. Let's say, per plant, it will range from 25 to 30 grams. That allows us to gauge, putting out sales.
So every time when they buy and they walk out, I say, hey, thank you, because at the end of the day, number one, it's legal in the cinema. It's a recreational product, where in some states it's medicinal, where you're required to have a prescription. So I tell people it's like going to a regular mom and pop store and buying alcohol.
Sometimes I feel like it's just only me all by myself. Am I supposed to put all of my trust in someone else? Am I supposed to act like somebody that I'm not? Do I sit around and let somebody take my spot? Do I keep waiting for some kind of miracle? I've been patient, but friends seem to come.
How do you feel the current cannabis economy or industry is doing on Guam?
I strongly feel that it's very behind the curve. Saipan, our younger brothers and sisters to the north, have jumped into the industry.
What do you think the future of the cannabis industry is for Guam, and what do you hope for our industry?
Our organization hopes for a more green economy. Not only do we want the cannabis industry to thrive in many aspects, but we also want the industry to promote a sustainable, friendly opportunity for Guam.
Clearly, Guam and the CNMI still have more steps to take to finally have a fully flourishing, regulated cannabis industry. A reminder, it's legal to recreationally use marijuana only for adults 21 and older. It allows for limited homegrown cultivation for personal use. Thank you for watching this KUAM special, Marijuana Marianas. I'm Mitsuki Hirayama. Stay safe, and as always, one love.